Hey guys, just want to do a quick overview of my 2023 Lowrider ST. I just got it back from the shop and added some parts to it. So this is what it's like right now. I don't think I'll be changing too much going forward for now. So starting up top, we got the Klock windshield 6-inch flared. I don't think the flare helps out that much. I had a lot of wind buffeting on my first helmet. So I got this thinking that it would help out, but really it was just me switching out the helmet that helped out the most. So yeah, I like the look of it though. And we got the LP6 headlight. This is the clear lens one, and I got the harness also from Cali Race Moto. I like the cover, or the yellow, actually a lot more. It's more prominent on the street. People see you better. And the cover just kind of makes the bike or the headlight pop a little bit more, in my opinion. So I got the cover on there. And so we got the stage 2 on this bike. It's the SNS 475 chest cam kit, 5.5 Screaming Eagle fuel injectors, Pro tuner, and the wideband O2 sensors. And we got also the Feuling BA Air Cleaner on there. I believe this will get misty over time, but it's only been less than a week right now, so it's pretty clean. But I might have to clean that up or wipe it maybe once a week or so. We'll see. But yeah, I talked to the technician about the tuner, and I was really looking at the Power Vision one, but he recommended I get the Screaming Eagle Pro Tuner just to make sure my warranty is good. You know, if I go out to some other state and my bike has some issues, and I take it to the Harley dealer that, you know, I don't know anyone there, and it's a new dealer for me, they might flag my bike if I do flash my stock ECM. So yeah, I got the Screaming Eagle Pro Tuner just to be on the safe side. I believe you could also try out Thunder Max and just keep your stock ECM in your saddlebag or something in case you need to swap that out. So yeah, that's it. Got the Sawicki exhaust on there. It's pretty nice, man. It sounds good. It's starting to bronze up a lot more, so it matches with the wheel and the seat. And that's kind of the look that I was going for. So it's a shorty pipe. It sounds real good. And I got the Bung front and rear. And I saw another guy with the lowrider, and he said he clipped right here on the sides a little bit, but you know, I just got this bike. I'm still getting used to it. I haven't leaned it far enough to really notice the difference. I contacted Bung about that, and they do sell shorter ones if you are wanting to make sure that doesn't happen, but you know, I don't lean it yet that far. So still learning on the bike, and that's good for me right there. And I got the Thrashin control, foot controls on both sides. And this side we got the Thrashin controls, same. And I got the one thing about the shift lever is it's really tight when you put it in here to the spine or the spline. It's really tight, so when they actually put it on the first time, we had the stock linkage on there, and when we replaced it with the Thrashin and shortened this drastically, it raised this up a lot. So now we were wanting to take this out, but it took 2 guys with a pry bar to get this off. So that's just something to be aware of if you guys are planning to install this one. Make sure you have the linkage already set where you like it, or you know, ballpark it, and then put in the Thrashin supply lever. So that's, yeah, just the one thing. Got the Bung here. Let's see. Oh, we also got the Phat cables, the Screaming Eagle cables on there. And going up top, oh, can't miss the risers and the handlebars. So I got a 6.5-inch riser with the pullback, Thrashin supply, and then we got the mid-bend bars also from Thrashin. Got the perch clamps, and the grips. I really love these grips a lot more than the stock. They just feel a lot better for me. And also we got the adjustable PSR levers up top. And yeah, I'm trying out the quad lock mount. I like it so far. I mean, it does what it does for need to do for me. I usually just put it on in my pocket, my phone, and then use AirPods or actually the regular cabled one with the iPhone adapter, just because it sits more flush in my ear for the helmet. Maybe I'll get a Bluetooth later, but that's not really on my priority. Got the gas cap, locking gas cap, and I wanted to show you the dyno chart real quick. So I did get this dyno tuned, and excuse me for the wrinkles, but this is what it is right here. And hopefully I'm not blocking anything. Here we go. Yeah, so the torque curve, or the torque actually, you get the torque pretty immediate compared to the stock. And then at the upper band we got a lot more power coming through. So as horsepower is concerned, this is the before and after horsepower, 109 to 118, and then the torque is from 118 to 125. That's what I'm getting with the SNS 475 and the Screaming Eagle Pro tuner with the wideband O2 sensors. But yeah, that's what I got here. Ooh, one thing I do, maybe this will help out somebody also, but you know, the 5-gallon tank is pretty nice, but you do run out of gas fairly quick in my opinion, and it does show you the light when you only have about a 1 gallon left. I decided to get one of these at Cabela's. I also saw them at Thrashin Supply, but my local shop at Cabela's had these, so that's where I got it. But you could get the MSR fuel bottles and put it in like a little water bottle bag and keep it stored here for emergencies. That's what I got as a reserve. Alright, but never had to use it, so it's pretty accurate. I think the fuel gauge is pretty accurate. But yeah, that's my bike, Stage 2 2023 Lowrider ST.